So, hey, here at the MAP conference at the Rosen Hotel in beautiful Orlando, Florida. If you auto repair shop owners, if you have not heard of the Automotive Maintenance and Repair Association, go to amra.org and sign up. And that will make your shop a member of MAP, the Motorist Assurance Program. And that is a great way for you to be able to increase your sales by going to your customer and telling them by a third party that it's not you telling them that this repair should be done on the car or this fluid should be changed. It's the motorist assurance program. So if you understand the importance of third-party recommendations, then you guys will get right on that. Today, we've got Frank Casale. Frank is with Flow Dynamics and GTech. Yes. He's going to explain a little bit about each one. Now, this is a manufacturer. This is a manufacturer that sells through a distributor. So I really want to introduce the company to you so you know what their products are and how they benefit you. So Frank, tell me about, let's start one at a time. Flow, which came first, chicken or the egg?
Flow Dynamics. Flow Dynamics came first.
Okay.
The parent company, Norco Industries, they purchased a patent from a gentleman by the name of Tony Parker.
Okay.
He had invented a way to change out the transmission fluid in vehicles.
Okay.
They had a machine, so we purchased it, we modified it, enhanced it, and started selling it back in the mid 90s.
Okay, I was going to say.
Some of our customers today that we've had for 20 plus years, Snap-on Tools, we used to private label for them. Now we supply it to them. We've been in the Pep Boys in their repair facilities.
Okay.
Since the early 2000s.
So you supplied these big corporations with the equipment to change the tranny fluid out of vehicles.
Yes. So that's how we started, and over the years we've grown where we have ways to service the power steering, brake, differentials, coolant. So we are a fluid maintenance company.
Okay.
We don't get into any chemicals. We strictly make equipment for others.
Okay. And so there's a lot of owners that may already have your equipment. They've just purchased it with the Snap-on label on it.
All right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So now to get information about your products and how these tools can help speed up and make the efficiency of the auto repair shop better. Where do they get information? Do they go through a distributor? Can they go to your website?
They can go to our website. They can contact us directly. Our website is www.flowdynamics.com.
Okay.
There's no W in the word flow. It's FLODYNAMICS.com. They can get information there. The big thing with our company is we are a fluid maintenance company. So as cars get older, the average car age gets older and older. It's more important to service that vehicle.
Yep.
To change the fluids out. Some companies promote lifetime fluids, but with heat, towing, there's no such thing as a lifetime fluid.
Yeah.
So it's important if you want to keep that car for 12 years plus, change the fluids, just like you change your oil. Your transmission fluid should be changed. Your coolant should be changed. Brake fluid. Matter of fact, more and more companies are recommending changing the brake fluid because
every 2 years.
It depends on areas and the manufacturers. Some are 2 years, some are a little bit longer, some are not years but mileage.
Oh, mileage, right, yeah.
So it's important to change those fluids to keep that car running.
Well, you're preaching to the choir here. I'm a preventative maintenance nut. My vehicle happens to be at getting it. I'm 300 miles from my 50,000 miles. It's a Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. Everything's getting replaced except the tranny fluid and the coolant.
Yeah.
Front diff, the rear diff, I can't remember everything.
Brake fluid for sure.
The transfer case.
Yep.
You know, so everything gets replaced. Oil change, everything, and plugs, coils, everything. So it saves you a lot of money down the road just by I change my oil every 5,000. They say 10,000.
Yeah.
No. I'm not putting 10,000. I don't care on anything. So I change out every 5,000. So tell me about GTech.
So GTech was started by a gentleman, Steve Glazinger, back in 1991. He was on the repair side. So if you change out a transmission, the cooler, the lines should be cleaned out from debris. You can also have buildup in there, kind of like a waxy material, and it'll restrict the flow. So if you put a new transmission in and you're not getting the proper flow, you can shorten the life of that new transmission.
Okay.
So G-Tech is more on the service side. We've been selling Ford. It's a essential tool for Ford.
Okay.
For years. Over the years we've also sold to companies like Honda, Nissan, others. Also, some of the larger transmission shops were using our equipment,
Okay.
and a lot of transmission manufacturers won't warranty the transmission unless you thoroughly clean out the cooler and lines if they're not being replaced.
Ah.
So we purchased them probably 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago.
Okay.
And it's been a nice add-on to our line.
So you mentioned, like, I mean, you're selling to actually the car manufacturers, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, is there a need for that product in the automotive aftermarket industry?
Yes. So
or specifically for the repair transmission shop
transmission
owners?
repair
Transmission
shops.
repair shop owners. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We work with those and service those. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once again, where would they get information on that tool?
They can go to the same Flow Dynamics website.
Okay. So
and then
there.
There's a little icon up top called G-Tech. They can click on there, get the information.
Okay.
There's also a contact page that they can click on that and contact myself, sales manager, or if they're looking for a local rep, they can contact us.
Okay.
If they're looking for a distributor, and we can point them in the right direction.
Are there, Frank, are there any specific tools, resources, or partnerships that you offer to the independent repair shop to enhance their diagnostic and repair capabilities?
Not so much on the diagnostic
But the repair,
side,
yeah.
but if using our equipment, we have local reps that'll go out and do on certain pieces of equipment. They will do setup and training.
Okay.
We also have videos online.
All right.
We also have a section on our website called Scotty's Tips that'll show videos of how to do the connections or how to speed up the service.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of competition in the marketplace. How is your company staying different from the competitors?
One thing that we do extremely well is that we are very good at supporting our equipment.
Okay.
Both on the training side and also the service side.
All right. Good customer service.
Yeah.
Which is getting harder and harder and harder today.
To give you a little story of how we service and the people. First of all, I've been with the company over 20 years. Our tech guy, main guy, Scotty, he's been with the company 25 years.
Wow.
Our customer service manager, she's been there 25 years. Our production manager, he's been with the company 20 years. It's a privately owned company. The people are great.
Obviously.
The owners, they're right now second generation to third generation.
Wow.
So they are very much service.
Wow.
So to give you a quick story, and you can edit it however you want. Years ago, a large OE had a problem with transmission fluid, that they had put the wrong transmission fluid in 6,500 vehicles.
6,500 vehicles.
So they called us up on a Tuesday and asked us if how many transmission machines do we have in stock? Transmission fluid exchangers.
Sure.
We told them we had like 34, 35 units. They says, okay, we'll get you a PO. How soon can you get them to us? We need half of them to go to Detroit facility, and they need training first and second shift, and they need the rest go to Kansas City facility, again, train the first and second shift. Our guy, Scotty, he's like an animal. He loaded up his Sprinter with the machines, drove to Detroit on a Thursday morning, stayed there the whole day to train the first and second shift, came back to Elkhart, loaded up the Sprinter, drove all the way to Kansas City, and Friday
and trained them.
And trained the first and second shift there.
That's a commitment.
We were like the darlings of,
I'm sure.
And helped them out of it. I mean, things happen, but
mistakes are made. Yeah.
So if you ask any of our customers, we have the customers that know that we'll support them. And that's what puts us ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, there's so much talk about customer service nowadays, but and then from a consumer end, we just see it declining. You call, so
Yeah,
it's really nice to be. That's why the auto repair shop owner that has great customer service, those are the ones that they get the repeat business and get the referrals. So it's always a smart investment.
yeah.
But
The other piece of that is our equipment is built from the shop up.
okay,
A lot of companies will have an engineer saying, okay, this is what you need, this is what you do. And the engineer doesn't have that in-field experience of being in a shop and shop environments. All our equipment is built with the input from shop owners, shop users,
okay.
so that that equipment is designed so it's easy for them to use and designed to take the shop abuse.
Okay, awesome. So the products have evolved over the years from the recommendations from shop owners like you guys. So
Yes,
and industry corporations, et cetera, et cetera. So over the years, you've been sharpening the refining tools. Where are
yes.
they manufactured at, by the way?
Everything is manufactured in Elkhart, Indiana,
All right,
and
USA.
everything is
Not made
100.
in China.
No,
Okay,
no.
all right.
Everything is made here, and everything is 100% tested before it goes out the door.
Awesome,
So
awesome.
our failure out of the box rate is well less than 1%, and our warranty rate is less than 1%.
Wow, that's really low. So let me ask you a couple questions. We're here at the MAP conference in Orlando. How long is your company belong to MAP?
Uh, 20 something
Oh,
years.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been with them a long
A
time.
long time. Okay. How important is the MAP program to your company?
It's a great way to get these shops to be uniformed as far as it comes to repair. You can go to 100 different shops and they'll repair it 100 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
MAP has provided a standard. For us, it provides some, networking, some connections. But for the most part, it's to support them in what they do and how important that is to the shop, the service providers to have a uniform, method or procedure to repair.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great organization. We always recommend it to others to join.
Okay. Why should other organizations join AMRA?
If they're looking to sell the providers, we're talking about manufacturers like myself. But there's
Right.
different levels.
Sure.
First of all, the shop should, definitely join because it gives them technical support as far as information, data. Also, it gives them a standard so that if they're following the standards, and unfortunately in this world, everything, something happens, the first thing they want to do is sue you.
Right. Yeah.
So it provides standards to protect you, the shop owner, from that. The supplier, you get to meet some of the large service providers.
Mm-hmm.
So for manufacturers, knowing what they're doing, the steps to protect the shops,
Mm-hmm.
it's well worth it for us, even though we may or may not get the return on investment as far as business and stuff. But it's a well worth organization. So the service providers, they get a need because then they create standards so they don't get sued.
Mm-hmm.
They service the vehicles properly or service the vehicles properly. And then the shop owner, he wants to be protected, the independents. So you have the national guys and then you have the independents, and they both should be a member of MAP.
All right, awesome. So, but tell me about the networking opportunities, because I think that's one of the biggest things I hear from other AMRA owners that come, members that come to these conferences.
So it's like a family.
There you go. That's great. Thanks.
Where you build trust and you meet maybe distant cousins, so to speak.
Sure. Okay. Right.
And if there's a need, most likely the first opportunity would be someone within the family.
Right. Okay.
If we can help them, that's what we're here for. We're, problem solvers.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Frank, appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Okay.